Yeah,
Forget the war that I've been in. I'm getting PTSD flashbacks to Pokemon. Welcome! I don't know what camera works for me today. Welcome to an Eligible Monster Listcussion. Today, for those of you guys who are watching this on the Eligible Monster channel, is our first attempt at live streaming it. So we're actually in our Twitch central hub, our Twitch room. So
this is going to go terrible. I'm calling it right now.
It's going to go terrible.
You're just a bright ray of sunshine.
I am. That's why you have me here.
Man.
For those of you guys who don't know what the Listcussions is, that is us, the three hosts right here at Eligible Monster, bringing you guys our discussions of other people's lists, because 1,001 people already made lists. Why make new ones when we can discuss how wrong these are?
Yeah, work smart, not hard. That's our philosophy. that's our belief.
that should go in the banner. Work smarter, not harder.
That's for exactly you, maybe, Rob. For you.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
Work smart, not hard.
I actually agree. I happen to agree with those lists sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, I'm talking about the process of just taking other people's lists. That's what I'm saying. Instead of making our own, we'll just take other people's lists.
But that's the whole gimmick of what we have going on right now.
It's
been going on. I know. It's been going on for months, though. It's the same recurring joke.
Guys, I just realized something.
What?
Whenever I want Rob to be quiet, I can just be like, Twitch fellows!
Oh, I can do that. Whenever you're too loud.
You gotta throw it at me.
Whenever you're too loud, I can just do that.
I like this Twitch pillow, actually. This thing is comfortable.
Yeah, it is. It was $5 on an Etsy website.
Really?
Shameless plug. If you'd like to see us on Twitch, the link might be in the
I don't know if this will
below.
ever happen a second time, but if it does, this will be filmed on Thursday mornings if you want to watch the actual filming of this.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and go to the topic. In standard Eligible Monster fashion, 5 minutes in will be the beginning of our topic.
Makes sense.
Today we're going to be talking about the 10 nasty video game levels designed to torture you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are those, like
BioShock 1, BioShock 1, BioShock 1, BioShock 2.
Well, he won't know.
Oh,
Rob won't know because he hasn't played it.
We're doing a top 10 terrible games list. Is that what we're doing? Top 10 worst games ever made?
You know
what?
If
we're doing top 10 best games ever made, we can just say BioShock Infinite 10 times.
You know what? I was saving that for him to say something stupid, but I think I'm going to throw it at you now.
No, please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one on this list, for those of you guys who want to look at it yourself or follow along, is located on whatculture.com. 10 nasty video game levels.
You ever been hit with a pillow really hard?
Yes.
Yeah, it hurts.
Not this one.
You might rub his glasses, though.
I have glasses, though. That is true.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to mess with you.
I do want to get LASIK.
I'm not going to mess with you.
Because when I was in Vegas, I was meeting with a buddy. I know you do. I was
but you know what the problem is?
What?
You can fall into the 1 percentile like I do, where the skin on top of your eyeballs dries out every 3 months
and it peels
off with your eyelids so you can't see for a day.
Yes.
Wow.
And you're just
legit happens. It actually, oddly enough, stopped happening when we came to Colorado, but I did it for 6 years.
It's weird too because it's very dry here.
Yeah, it's so dry here, but for some reason it's finally stopped. But
maybe it's just the
every 3 months I was blind.
Maybe, I don't know.
For a day, completely blind.
It's true. He couldn't leave that.
Oh no, I yelled pretty loud because you wake up and you're like, imagine peeling off a scab but on your eyeball.
It would hurt like hell. I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
That does not sound enjoyable at all.
Okay.
All right, so the first one, number 10 on this list, The Fade in Dragon Age Origins. In theory, The Fade was an excellent component of the Origins overarching narrative, a self-contained dream that would be drenched in magic and you needed to escape using fantastical powers. Sounds fantastic on paper, in practice not so much. The nightmare was never-ending, several segments, each more labyrinthian in their layout.
You said that right.
Yeah,
yes, you did.
You know I was trying to make sure. Then the last required senseless trudging through identical demon-infested buildings and forests, made worse by clunky, ill-implemented, the mouse form transformations.
Yeah, that sounds like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every class just more awkward than the previous one.
That's exactly it. Everybody believes they have it figured out, but nobody's got it figured out.
You want to know what the ultimate nightmare would be? You're already naked in high school, right?
Yeah.
But every class gets more and more awkward as more people try to ask you questions you don't have answers to, and every teacher gets hotter as you go.
That would not have been awkward. That would have been awesome.
Where are you going with this?
What do you think I'm going with this? It's a nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, that's not
that
really a
doesn't
nightmare
seem like a nightmare at all.
We're like, I'm naked in every class I get in. The teacher gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking about she starts off at like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's nightmare level. But if she ends up at
agree.
like Stacy Keebler, then like it was worth it. It's like I'm definitely okay.
Stacy's mom's got it going on. I don't know the tune at all for that one.
Yeah, that's not how.
As far as this one goes, I didn't actually play Dragon Age Origins. I know it's like a crime against video games, but
yeah, same.
Yeah, so
I
I,
have
can't vouch
nothing
for
to
A lot
add.
of Dragon Age
Yeah.
fans hated it.
Origins? I thought that was the one they liked.
Oh, I thought it was one they didn't like.
Inquisition.
Inquisition is awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't like
That's-
Inquisition. I did try that one finally.
Yes.
I know there's one Dragon Age game that the Dragon Age fans hated.
Yeah, Inquisition
That's
was.
Inquisition,
They basically
yeah.
turned it into like World of Warcraft, but it's the
They
same
did.
argument I had with Final Fantasy
To
12.
get a horse, you had to go and just slay like boars or something.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like, is
that's
this
what I mean.
WoW?
Like back
What
when
is
Final
this?
Fantasy 12 came out, and it was the same time as 11, and it used the system from 11. That was my complaint against that game. I was like, you just made the MMO offline. If I'm gonna play something
Yeah.
like an RPG where
Yeah.
it's progression based,
Yeah.
I should just do it online where I can show off at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I want people to know that I spend all that time in video games.
Obviously,
Right,
Rob.
no.
Obviously.
Tell us again about your 8 hours farming rep tokens
Yeah,
in Destiny before
tell
we
us
realized it
about
was
that.
crap.
That's different.
It's not different at all.
That game was good for the first week it was out.
It was never good, Rob. It was
It
just
was-
it was
it
just
was-
new. That's all it was.
That it was new and it was shiny.
Yeah.
And it was shiny.
Dude,
And
that
it
game
stopped
is-
being
that
new
game
and
is
shiny.
So bad.
Yeah, and for those of you guys watching at home, and we actually talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Rob's impulsive nature with the new and the shiny.
Yeah. I like new shiny things.
Oh, I had
You
for a
don't say.
month to talk him out of buying an Xbox One, the new one, the
yeah.
big.
What were you
Xbox
gonna
One,
play on that?
X.
Scorpio.
Yeah, whatever the
Xbox One
Scorpio
X,
was.
yeah.
And the reason I talked him out of it was because Rob, for a month, could not name me a single game on that system that he could not already
Yeah,
play.
but it was new. And it was cool. And I liked it.
Then
For
just
the entire
wait.
month,
So I
I told
wanted to buy
Rob,
it.
name me 5 games on the Xbox that you want to play on that Xbox.
Yeah, I can't even name 5 games on the like Xbox original games.
Yeah.
Well, they lost Dead Rising. If you want something new, then just wait for a new PlayStation 4 to come out, like the Monster Hunter one right here. It's pretty dope.
I'm not gonna buy I'm gonna buy a Monster Hunter PlayStation 4.
It looks
looks
so cool.
awesome. Look at it.
Did you see it?
It's got like some red stuff on the side.
That's
Got a dragon,
that's
and
a
that's
dragon.
fire coming out of
That's
the dragon's mouth.
Okay,
Rob.
you know what? If that's really cool, I guess. I mean, I can spray paint that myself. I can throw a paintball at that and get the same result. Like,
Number
I mean, that's-
9 is rescuing Emma in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Okay.
Emma. Which one was Emma?
The little girl, Otagon's sister.
Okay, I like that actually.
Yeah, I very nobody play tested this particular part of Metal Gear Solid 2's campaign. If they had, they
Yeah.
never would have. This never would have
Oh,
seen the
because
light
that's
of
where you
day.
had to fight Vamp.
Yes, that
yeah,
was it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that actually.
Escort missions are never fun, especially when the baggage your stoic hero has to chauffeur to safety is a defenseless liability. But even the worst examples out there, take a bow, Ashley, can't defeat the lengths that Kojima went to ensure that fans hated the sequel more than just another infamous bait and switch. In case you were worried that shepherding Emma through the unending corridors wasn't going to be enough of an inane bore fest in itself, some bright mind came up with the idea to set up a large portion of it in an underwater sequence because, having impaired control over 2, let alone 1 characters in a stealth title was always a promotion-winning idea. I must have blocked that from my memory because I honestly don't even remember escorting her. I remember the fight with Vamp.
Yeah.
Did we play together? I forgot.
2? No,
Yeah.
you never played 2.
Okay, I've
I
never played it.
remember there were both fights with Vamp. The first one you had to fight in salt water. And so if you fell into the water, you just sink down and die.
Yeah.
And then the other one was at the bottom of the tanker outside. Like you had to run
Yeah, I
around
remember that,
the
yeah.
outside bottom of the tanker.
I still remember my favorite battle being against the fat guy with the bombs. The
I
laughing,
love that, yes.
And he's skating around on the
Yeah.
roof, and you're trying to hide from him.
I remember thinking about that, and I'm like in later years, I was like, that is such a Hideo Kojima thing to have a bomber skating around on rollerblades.
Yeah,
And everyone's
Throwing
looking forward to
bombs at
Death
you.
it
Stranding.
was awesome.
You had to plant C4 in order to take him out.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, or
Yeah.
he trank him a lot. I remember I tried tranking because they
Yeah.
made a big deal that if you tranked every villain, you get a different ending, and you didn't.
Well, I think that using C4 was just like the cheese to do it. Like when you had, what's his name? In Metal Gear Solid 1, the guy with the giant gun.
Yeah.
You could plant C4 and do the same thing. Yeah.
Which one? Metal Gear Solid 4?
No, Metal Gear Solid 1.
1.
Yeah.
Oh, Raven.
Yeah, Raven is
Yeah.
that what it was?
In
Yeah,
the
Raven.
giant tank and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
the tank was crazy. I hated the tank. Throwing lobbing grenades up. I hated having to fight that tank.
All right, number 8, the Metropolis Zone in Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, I
Jesus
love the
Christ.
Metropolis Zone.
I
But
like the
there's-
aesthetic, not playing it.
There's the endless pit, like the endless pit that you could fall into.
That's what I mean. Like, I like the aesthetic of that zone. It looks cool.
Yeah, and it's got 3 levels instead of 2.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's not good. It's not good.
I love the sound. I love Metropolis Zone. I enjoy it.
Of course, only Robert.
There are 3 acts of this hell to endure as opposed to the usual 2. And to top it all off, the end of the level encounter with Robotnik isn't a surefire win. You can die and be left screaming bloody murder as game over rolls across your screen.
Yeah,
hey,
with,
at least the music was terrific.
The music was amazing.
That's exactly what you said.
Do you actually remember it?
Well, I guess he does. Unless he's just completely making this up, which he might.
He might be, yeah. No, that is it.
Yeah, no, I remember that music, man. I remember all the Sonic the Hedgehog music. I lived and breathed Sonic 2.
Nice.
I promise you, I love Sonic 2.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think it's the best of the Sonic games.
Okay.
Wow.
Number 7, the Rock Tunnel in Pokemon Red and Blue.
I don't
I do not
remember
remember
that.
The Rock Tunnel destroying hopes and dreams of children since 1996.
Yeah, I was saying, we're talking about a Pokemon game from like almost 30 years ago.
96? That's
96.
like 20.
It was the first
2
one,
years
right?
ago.
Was
Yeah, almost 30
it,
years ago.
Oh, it's
That's
red and
not
blue,
almost.
right?
You round down when it's that. Do you not know how rounding
I know
off
how
works?
rounding works.
You don't go like
round up
it's
at 5
21,
and you
round up to
down.
30.
Well, I couldn't remember if it was closer to 20 or 30, so I just said, almost 30 years. I know how rounding works, Benny.
You're 21 years old. You must be 30.
Yeah, I'm almost 30 years old. Really? Yeah, man, I turned 21 yesterday. It's crazy.
Oh.
All right, truly the game's truly the first obstacle between you and the Elite Four.
All the other
Remember
four.
that this was
okay.
a time without internet guides. You couldn't just Google where to find Flash, navigating the... this was the tunnel that was
I
completely
remember.
dark.
Yes. Oh my god, that was awful.
No,
You had to go
That was
unlock an
awful.
ability to see where you're going, and then you would
Yes.
use it, and would only light up so long, and then you
To
had to keep
this
using
day,
it.
to this
Wow.
day, I still wonder how I managed to actually go through it.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just having like PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Forget
can see
the
that.
war that I've been in. I'm getting PTSD flashbacks to Pokemon.
it's a lot
Man.
worse.
Like, man, Benny's just staring off. Like, Benny, are you okay, man? Like, are you
Rock tunnel.
Are you
Rock
back?
tunnel.
Yeah, it's like, are you back? Are you back in the Middle East, man? No, man. Is that rock tunnel, man?
Pokemon Rock Tunnel.
Man, it's just all I see is darkness.
Hold on. Dan, you'll have a legit... do you remember Rock Tunnel?
Yes. It was awful because you all would get really close to dying, then you would leave and your rival's right there.
Wow.
It's true.
If you couldn't hear what Dan said, he said yes, he remembers it. And it was really bad because right when you finally got out of it, your rival was right there and you were almost dead.
It's true.
All right, the next one
See, now I want to go play Pokemon.
You could.
I could, but
I'm trying to remember the
I lost
bike
my
music.
Switch.
Oh.
there.
Dun, 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 do, 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 do. I think.
Yeah,
I
that was
don't know.
it. That was it.
Is it? Okay, cool. No, I don't think it
can't
is.
believe you know that.
It's
You
Pokemon,
just
dude.
did Sonic.
That's
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is better than Pokemon.
You just did Sonic.
Whoa! I don't know about that. I mean, yeah.
I do know about that.
Sonic, the actual the show was pretty dope. I liked it.
Which one?
The very first one, the one that I was watching when I was a kid. Yeah, so probably the first one, the very first one, with Tails. I love
Okay.
Tails. Sorry.
Number 6, Blight
Wow.
Town and Dark Souls.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I hated
Oh, the
Blight
puzzle,
Town.
right?
Yeah.
Oh
Black
my
Town
God, the
and-
puzzle. The puzzle.
Blight Town.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you
Jesus.
said Blacktown. I was like,
with the
was it like a town
archers.
full of black folks? I don't
With-
understand.
In
With
Dark
the
Souls.
archers.
Dark
And you
Souls.
slaughtered them all.
Wow.
With the archers, right?
Kill a town full of
Shooting at
black
you.
people in a game called Dark Souls. That's not racist at all.
So you had to
Wow.
walk on those like super tiny planks, and you'd have to avoid the archers shooting at you. Because
Yeah.
if they were hitting you, it was like a slight hit to the left or right, and then you would fall to your death.
Right.
It was awful.
Wow.
It was awful.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty rough.
Before I go into this real quick, but the whole thing was dark as well, and it was
Yes.
vertical.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're trying to find your way up and down at the same time, and too much fall damage would hurt you when archers are shooting at you, and you couldn't see where you're going.
Holy
Yeah.
hell, that sounds ridiculously difficult.
Yes.
I would quit.
It was Dark Souls.
To
I
be
mean,
honest, I would just
Dark
give up.
Souls.
But you know what? Based on what
Souls
you just
1.
said about a game where you go slaughter black people, right?
Wow.
You said, no. Remember when Resident Evil 5 first came out?
Yeah. Oh,
The black
God.
people were the zombies, and that became the uproar.
No, you're talking about 4.
Was no 5.
The
It
African
was Chris.
village.
No, that was 5 because 4 was the one where that was Leon. Chris Redfield was 5, and that was the African village.
No, I thought 4 was the African village.
No, 4 was the Russian town with like the chainsaw dudes and stuff like that.
Oh, maybe that's what that was then.
Yeah, but
Oh,
5,
I
you're right, it was the
remember about
African
4.
village, and like Capcom's like, it's an African village. Of course, it'll be black people turning into zombies, but the gaming community
Yeah.
was like,
You're giving us a game where we go into an African village and kill all the black people.
Yeah.
Capcom.
Yeah.
Yes, sure, they're zombies, and everybody loves killing zombies.
Capcom not giving
It's
a
not
shit.
okay to kill all black zombies in an African village. That's a problem.
The moment you just said that
Capcom.
about Dark Souls as a joke, I was like, no, that legit happened in a game.
I actually forgot about that. I remember that blew up
It was
so
bad.
much. People were like, Capcom just made a racist ass game. And I was
Shit.
like, man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
The backlash to that.
Yeah.
Like, because
I was about to say the game was
no,
awesome.
It was
The
funny
game
too
was
because
awesome.
like you're looking at it, you're like, okay, what Capcom did make sense, but in the current landscape of politics and PC culture, I don't think you want to have an entire black town being slaughtered by a white guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like it was like someone from the village. who
A
was
white
like-
cop, no less. A white cop running into a black town and killing everybody.
It's kind
Man.
of the same thing that Far Cry 4 got. 5?
Yeah,
Four,
I think they got some of
four.
that backlash
4.
too.
They had to switch their what is it, advertising for the game, or like their actual.
wasn't that like the white guy was
yes.
like had some, like
Yes.
black like person's head or something
Yeah,
like that, like a slave?
And they were saying that they were just not okay with that, so they had to change that.
Oh, the super real. Okay, that I'm not necessarily. If it's contextual, like if I'm looking and there's a guy there and he's got like a black guy's head, like an Asian, like a whole bunch of people, like different ethnic people's heads.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. And I wouldn't even have a problem with just a black guy's head.
Uh-huh.
I do have a problem with killing a town full of black folks.
Obviously,
That's a problem.
As
Yeah.
the white guy.
as the white cop guy, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of.
So let me ask you this, an honest question. Would you be more okay with it if it was a black cop from that town?
Shooting up a town full of black folks.
Yes. Like if they just went all, like it was, everything was in Africa, they just went with a black cop shooting up the whole town.
If I'm gonna be honest, yeah, I'd be more okay with that.
I mean, it's literally like
That's
the
actually- that's
visual
a
that
really-
they're portraying is fine.
But I recognize that's also a really shitty stance to take. Like, it's okay when black folks kill black folks, but white folks, man, that ain't okay.
No, I know what you're saying.
Problems.
Because you also got to look at like what the general impression of someone like walking into your room. Rob, what are you playing? I'm this white cop shooting a bunch of black people up.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're doing what? My God, this game is just so racist. Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, it's yeah. A part of me wants to say it really shouldn't matter, but another part of me wants to say, but it kind of does.
it's
You
just
know.
it's the political landscape of today.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't think it should matter. I think if you're against somebody murdering a whole town, you should be
Yeah.
against it in general. But
Yeah.
the landscape of today, yeah, that's how it comes across. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. But then I think there's a huge difference though when you have like a dude with like a black dude's head versus like going in and shooting up a town full of black folks. I
Yeah.
think there's a huge difference between
Yeah.
those two things.
There is.
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're only going to do half the list for this particular episode. So we're going to wrap up here, do 5 more in another episode. Because we've already been talking for, like, it's like 20 minutes or so, Dan? We're clocking it out? Huh?
About 18,
Okay.
almost 19.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
turning
so
like a 40-minute
using
episode.
Benny's logic, we got to round down. So we've been talking for only 15 minutes.
Yes.
No.
Yes, you are.
Now we're in the upper end spectrum, so at 18 we round up, it's 20.
He's making up rules at this point.
No, you were not round up! Anyway.
You're just making up stuff.
If
If you're
had,
watching
like-
this on YouTube, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Comics Explained, Comic Historian, and Zodical Candy. If you're watching this on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We're going to be filming the next episode right here in a minute, answering a few of your questions. And if
Yeah.
you want to watch us do this on Twitch, if this goes over well, every Thursday. Don't forget to subscribe to Eligible Monster to get these videos as often as we can make them. And we'll see you next time right here.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, right here. Next time. The time after this one.
Round down this time. Just round down this time.
Well, okay, then last time we'll see you here. That doesn't make any sense. You can't round down to the